One moment. Why, hello. We will be trying to get my local AI to actually work for once. See, the thing is local AI, small models that will fit on your GPU. I have an AMD RX 6900 XT. It has 16 gigabytes of VRAM, so it works nicely, for gaming and stuff. However, um, it just when I load it for, oh my god, sorry. Yeah, so when I load these models locally, they work great in the chat. 384. So I have GPU offset. Hang on. I could have sworn. Yeah, why is that? Why is the GPU offload completely? There we go. Let's do it all. Yeah. And then let's do 16384 for size, flash attenuation to compress. I won't change the quantization. So yeah. Anyway, when you use local models in a chat, it's amazing. It works fantastically. You almost have no problems. You're very much limited by the capability of the model. But the second you try to use your models in an agent, which I've tried with ZooCode, like for local models, things that you can fit on a desktop card, like ones that us mere mortals can afford. Apparently, they just break. The system prompts use like 8K tokens by default, especially for ZooCode, and um, you'll get decoherence in the reasoning very quickly. So um, they also can't plan very well. So you may hear, or you may be expected to like um, have your AI write a plan into a markdown file, then have the AI open a new context, and then read through the plan and then execute the plan to write the code. Apparently, local models of such size they can't do it. They just fall apart. So the way we're going to get this working is by doing this the old school way. First, this stream we're going to prompt in the chat, copy and paste, compile, and then just paste errors back instantly. And we're just going to keep doing this cycle until we get a working, a Win32 calculator. Then the next stream, hopefully, we can figure out how to make this automated using a Python script or something. Because apparently an agent just is unable to do this. So let's make this a little bigger for you so you guys can see what's going on. Please make me a complete Win32 graphical, C calculator in C. Expect to use gcc.exe to compile. Please give me the code for a simple function calculator with plus minus call right functionality and give me the compile command. Okay, so let's try this out. Already I can tell you there will probably be an error because I run into What the hell? What the hell? What just happened? You just got into a wild comment loop. This is Quencoder. This is supposed to be like... This is what I'm talking about. It just can't do it. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I guess I'll try a different model. We'll try the 14B thinking. We'll try 16384 offload, like compress memory. Here, let's just trash trash. Okay, let's see if we run into the same problem. Apparently the Gemma models, even though they're the mixture of experts, they just kind of fail on C programming. This is Qwen 2.5, so this is like older. I'm also, as we're speaking, I'm downloading a newer one that will probably, hopefully, fit in my GPU, especially with like 8 to 16K context. So hopefully we'll see what's going on. And again, I'm just going to copy and paste it right over here, and we will chat. Oh, right, yeah, I have like an AI chat, don't I? Dude, I don't need an explanation. Oh, damn, okay, I should probably... It is like 15% context filled. And here's the calculator. So we're going to copy this, we're going to save it, and then we're just going to run the command. We're going to copy this. luser32, I'm telling you that's probably not going to work. Oh, right, of course. How do I do this? Rename calculator. So then what the deal here is, we're just going to take this and copy it. Please read and fix these errors. Because like I can see right here, it made some, like, what is that? What is PS? What is HDisplay? Like, what even is any of this stuff? Okay, so for the system prompt, I should probably have it say something like, don't give me stupid explanations, just give me the goddamn code. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, dude. Like, is it gonna expect me to, like, piecemeal this all together? Like, look how much context it's taking. Yeah, after this is done, I'm gonna give it a new system prompt. So the Win32 API does take a lot of boilerplate, so I'm not really too worried about the length of this. I am very much wondering about the... what the code that is being produced, because it looks absolutely long and garbage. That is very suspect. And like, this is supposed to be a coding model. Now, granted, this is like a model from 2024, I think. What does the context take up? What does the context take up? %52% do not respond with long explanations of code changes. Please save context by giving the final out code in its entirety. Apparently there's a thing called speculative decoding, which you load a very small model, like this, which will like predict the next tokens that come up. It looks like I'm able to use it. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I'll have to maybe try that at some point. Cool. Okay, now let's go up to the code. And then let's try copying. And compiling. I get some excess elements in array initializer. Cast a pointer from integer of different size. Yeah, it should probably be okay. So let's go in here. We're going to reveal in File Explorer. Okay, this is very promising. The calculator.exe runs with no GUI and closes immediately. Echo error level. Documents, CD software, CI test, CD LM Studio Calc, calculator.exe, echo error level. With an error level of there. Echo high. Let's just launch Notepad, close it, and then echo error level. Let's see if it actually sets the error level. Nope. Cool. It doesn't actually set the error level. Oh my god. I thought I gave it a different system prompt. Okay, so far that's 2 compilation fails. This is the local model, by the way, trying to one-shot a program. Gemini, GPT-5, GPT-4, probably even 3.5, Gemini 2, 2.1, 2.5, Gemini 3, Gemini 3.1, and they can all do this. My token speed is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I also don't really like the stacked cases. That seems like that's boilerplate. Again, this is an old model. What I really want is like, my whole question of this is, if this is the way to use local AI, is to use it in a chat window, and not agentically, right? Not autonomously, not AI controlling other AI to do stuff in the background while you sleep or while you go work or while you go do something else. You have like your project being worked on, or maybe you have your AI like research things for you while you're out. Like, find me something interesting while I'm out at the store. If it can't do that for like local models, then what legitimately is the point of a local model? Because there are thousands and thousands of different local models, different tuning. There's ways to compile, or there's ways to train your own local models. And if you can't do that, then what legitimately is the point? What? Why did it give me like multiple debugging steps? What? I don't want debugging steps. I want you to write the code. Like, what do you mean it gives me, oh, if you want to debug your... What the hell? Sorry for my language here, but this is actually nuts. Okay, we're gonna call this a wash. This model does not work. At least not for what I'm asking it to do. Entire GPU offload, 16, 3, 4. That should be enough left over, especially for a flash attenuation. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try try this. It does have tools. These tools don't actually do anything, unfortunately, which is really sad. Let's try it. Okay, it's thinking. I don't really know what the heretic uncensored thinking is. Some of these models are designed to not balk at your request ever, which is really good. kind of, because because sometimes if the model doesn't bulk, it'll just go through with whatever immediate plan it thought it was going to do. That's not always good. Sometimes it needs to like take a step back and think about stuff. The token speed is a little slower. But I do like them. I do like the thinking. I do like the thinking it's doing. I would love LM Studio to sort of like have these models like be able to be swapped in and out with SD Next, so I can like do image gen too. What I really want is I want to get another AMD GPU and slap it in here so I can have bigger context. What is going on? This is a calculator. How hard can it be? It is also apparent that apparently I did choose the worst way to do this because the Win32 API again is just so specific that in AI having the knowledge of the Win32 API itself, especially for C, is going to be nuts. Like there's no way it's gonna have all of it. I could probably train a model maybe to do that. I think that'd be really fun. And then I could have a whole bunch of models like an agent or something would then choose which model to load. Already this code looks different. Let me take a look at the system prompt. Do not respond with long explanations of code, just give me the code. Yeah, so there's no draft model, which really is kind of sad, or like speculative decoding. Yeah. Maybe, we could code up a draft model, train up a draft model. I think that'd be fun. Basically, what I would love is a draft model for like the Qwen, for the Gemma 4 model, for the Gemma 4 E4B model. That's a fantastic model. I cannot sing its praises highly enough. It's definitely not like an embedded or like a C coding model, but it is a good one. Already, yeah. So I can tell this is. I have higher hopes, but it looks like this could have all just been done in a loop. Okay. Compile it using bash. Yeah, there's a ton of missing stuff. Already I can tell it's missing stdint. Let me just see if it's going to be missing stdint. Include stdbool.h, include stdint.h. But we are going to just copy and paste the errors. Please fix these errors. Please. User wants me to fix a C code for blah 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 blah. My God, you need to rewrite the calculator. Yes, of course you do. My God. I see it thinking of code. Let me check my temperature here. I can feel the card's heating up. OBS is using more of my card. Well, that's not really true. Unfortunately, LM Studio doesn't really report usage on the GPU as much as I would like. And if I'm not playing a game, then the overlay won't work. SD Stability Matrix will work as a game. I guess I could add LM Studio as a game. That's a thought. Can I do that? Can I add games? I know there's a way to add games. So then, GPU is 90. Wow, it won't. Why will it not read my GPU? No idea. Okay, here we go. The full context window, 57%. What the fuck? It didn't work. It did not work. Why is this not working? You are a senior seed developer, and you know all of the Win32 API calls. You need to write the code for a Win32 help you simple calculator application in C using Win32. You need to also give the compile command with gcc.exe. Do not add fluff in your code or do not waste tokens on explaining your code after. Just code and commands are needed. Okay, well, you're going to see if this will work. There is a thing where I could do is where I could change the temperature. I could change the temperature of the model to go lower. I think it's going to need to include lib32 and stuff. I think that's where it just like fails. That's a much better way of creating buttons. That's actually a wild way of creating buttons. But yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot more what I was expecting. That could have been a table. Like, my agents have been able to sort of make the beginnings of a calculator app. How this can't make a calculator app at all is kind of wild. I'm going to do it. fix these errors. You seem to have made a lot of assumptions about includes and variable names. Well, okay, new. Let's make a new one. Write me a simple plan. How do I get this to want to create to write me? Write me a simple calculator app in C. I have GCC installed on my PC. I am on Windows 10. Let me just ask it. Let me just ask it a plan. No, shit. Simple graphical. Yeah, because this whole calculator app in the CLI would be really easy. I could have a searching tool, but that would probably just explode the context. It's using GTK. I'm on it. I have GTK installed for this. Oh Lord. It just can't do C coding, can it? I have no idea. This is actually insane. I have no idea how this is going to work. Well, this is a pretty short stream. Basically, I just wanted to see if this is possible. And as far as I can tell, just the way I have things set up, and the way I'm asking, and what I'm asking, just isn't possible with small local models. Well, I will see you again later, probably Friday night, and we will try to get something a lot better by then.